All right, here's the big one. I'm not gonna look, I'm just gonna show it to camera. Well, the last time I was here, I bought a PlayStation 3. I doubt I'll get that lucky again, but let's go take a look and see what I can find. Okay, not as lucrative as I would have hoped. I originally pulled out a whole bunch of games. Each were worth at least $5 in trade-in at GameStop. A couple were worth $6. And I figured, well, if I pull out enough of them, maybe they could work me a bulk deal. And apparently they've recently changed their policies. I'm guessing it's because of the spike in game prices, where they look up how much games are selling for and then price them accordingly. So there were a bunch of games, like they wanted $10 for like Ghost Recon Wildlands. They wanted $15 for Jedi Fallen Order. I'm like, nah, I'm good. I mostly got those to flip. So I did pick up a total of 6 games. I paid $19 total. 3 had boxes, and then 3 were disc only, which I got for $1 each. So those were pretty nice. One I think is worth more than the entire lot, which is pretty good. So we'll start off with Battlefield 5 on the Xbox One. I've traded this game in a few times, but this is the deluxe edition, and it comes with some DLC. I'm not sure the code works. It might. Hopefully it does. I'm probably going to swap out my copy because I have the base copy of Battlefield 5, so I'll probably just swap it out with this one. It's in really good shape. It's complete. Paid $5 for that. Next we have UFC 3. Now I almost picked this up yesterday. I ended up passing just because it was only worth $5.50 in trade-in. That was before I got the idea of, well, maybe I should try to stockpile some of these games worth $5 and trade them in on the next trade-in deal day. So I paid $5 for this. I doubt I'll play it, but you know, maybe I'll try it out. It's a fighting game. Watch Dogs 2 on the PS4. Here's the case. Traded this in a few times. It's worth $5. This one comes in a generic GameStop case, but the disc is there. It's in good condition. $5 for that one. And then these were present surprises because, again, I picked out a bunch of games, and when they were looking for the disc, some of them were in the wrong places, so they had to go through the entire set. And when they did, I found a number of games that did not have cases. And I threw those in, like, yeah, we'll give you those for $1 each. Sold, and some are really good. So first off, we have WOLFENSTEIN YOUNGBLOOD on the PS4. This is the only new WOLFENSTEIN game that I did not own. But I just got the Old Blood yesterday on 360 or on Xbox One. I already have the New Order and the New Colossus, and now I have Youngblood on top of that. Paid $1. That's a solid value. I haven't looked up the trade-in value for this. I don't think it's extreme, but for $1, absolutely. That's a game I'm probably going to hold on to. I also found a PS3 game that I did not see a case for, and this one I'm definitely going to add to the collection because now I have a PS3 and I can play them. Little Big Planet 2. Little Big Planet games are great. I have Little Big Planet 3 on the PS4. I got it digitally from PlayStation Plus, I think. So now I have Little Big Planet 2 disc form on the PS3. $1, solid pickup. And this was the one that I'm pretty sure is worth some money. I can't trade it into GameStop. They don't take music games anymore, but I'm pretty sure I can sell this on eBay for a pretty good amount. Rock Band 4. A lot of people are getting back into Rock Band and Guitar Hero right now, which is pretty great. I love that because that is a genre that needs to come back and needs to survive. But they had a loose disc copy of Rock Band 4. I'm pretty sure that has some solid value, so I'm going to try to flip that online and hopefully recoup the cost of the entire bundle. Plus, if I trade in those 3 games that I'm saving for credit, I'll just get even more profit. So not an incredible stop when it comes to value, but I think I did pretty well, and I got at least 2 games I'm going to try to add to the collection. So solid pickups. But yeah, I think that's it for this game hunting trip, so I'll show you the next one when I go on it. Well, I had to go out again, and this was on my way back, so I figured, you know what, let's check again, see if there's anything new at Value Pawn. Let's go. It was too soon. I think I only went like 3 days ago, and they didn't have anything new. It was all the same stuff they had already. So, oh well, it is what it is. I thought about trying to grab some of the stuff I didn't grab last time and see if maybe they'll give it to me for a better price, but nothing there was like amazing anyway. I was mostly just grabbing stuff to try to make a bulk deal. So I'm gonna pass. So it is what it is. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Okay, so I have officially acquired the package from GameStop. Now, I made a couple GameStop orders recently. This is the first. I've got another one that has been, of course, broken into multiple packages coming later in the week. This is the one I really care about, though. And the reason why is, let me give you a little, spin you a little yarn. So this package, the reason why I made this order in the first place is because of a tip I got from Wario64, which again, I know I've said this a few times already, but if you are not a Twitter follower of Wario64, you really should be. He is one of the best sources for finding good, cheap, or rare video games at the best prices possible online. Please follow him, as well as Cheap Ass Gamer. Those are the two that I've used several times now and have gotten price errors and really good deals and all kinds of things. But anyway, Wario64 pointed out GameStop had in stock a very difficult and hard to obtain physical game, pre-owned, for a somewhat reasonable price. Now, this is a high price for a pre-owned game, not for this game though. And I'll explain why that is in a second. So essentially, this game is expensive, but because it is pre-owned, I was able to use GameStop's buy a new game worth $30 or more and get a pre-owned game for 30% off. So grand total, I paid about $70 for 2 games. One of them is a brand new game, which I technically already own, but this is a pretty big upgrade from the version that I own, and I don't mind that at all. And then the other game is big. But here's the interesting part about this whole situation. The condition of this game matters a lot. Because if this game is in a generic case or considered disc only, it's worth about $100. If it's complete, it's worth about $150. So that really matters here. So I don't know what condition this game is going to be in. I've seen a lot of different people who have done the same thing as me, who have gotten complete copies. So I'm really hoping mine's complete. I'm not going to look because I don't want to spoil it with my reactions. Let me find, okay, here's all the paperwork. I found, okay, so one is a sealed game. So I'm pulling out the sealed game first. I'm optimistic because I feel what appears to be an authentic PS4 case, so the other game might be complete. So here's the sealed game. Oh, and that's the one with the loose disc, okay. Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate on the Xbox Series X. So this is basically the definitive edition of Mortal Kombat 11. I heard a loose disc when I was shaking this around, so I was worried that it was going to be the other game. Apparently it's the sealed game, which is interesting. But this includes the full next-gen version of Mortal Kombat 11, plus all of the DLC, so all the guest fighters, the Aftermath campaign, all that. So this is kind of the ultimate version of Mortal Kombat 11. It was on sale for $30, so I figured that's kind of the perfect candidate for the $30 game that I was going to use in order to get the other game for cheaper. I'm gonna mess with that later because I need to check the disc to make sure it's okay. I'm pretty sure it is. All right, here's the big one. I'm not gonna look, I'm just gonna show it to the camera. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. It appears I have a complete copy of Gravity Rush Remastered on the PS4. Okay, this disc was also loose, interesting. But it is a Blu-ray disc and it is in perfect shape. So I do have a complete copy of this game. Now, if you don't know what this game is, it is a PS4 port of a Vita game. Came out a little while ago. For some reason, they, I guess, didn't print that many of this remaster. So it is real expensive. The disc-only version, like I said, is $100. This, because it is complete and has the original box, it's also in really good shape, is worth about $150. Yeah, I paid $40 for it. I don't know yet if I'm going to keep this or flip it. I might attempt to at least play it before I flip it, because it's kind of hard to say no when you can make $100 on a game. It literally does, like, if you look at the condition of this, like, it's in pretty good shape. It feels like it was, like, just brand new and they just took the wrap off, which, honestly, I wish it still had. If this was sealed, it's worth, like, almost $200. But still, I got essentially a $150 game for $40 from GameStop. So, I'm pretty happy with that. Yay, I'm glad I got a complete copy of Gravity Rush. That's exciting. And actually, this might tie into my other package which you'll see when I get to it. So pretty happy with that. Of course, I'll recap everything when we get to the end of the week, but for now, I got Gravity Rush complete. Also got Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate on Xbox Series X. Pretty happy camper. All right, it is a day later and I now have 2 more packages from GameStop. So I picked up a couple more deals. First was a game that it wasn't necessarily on sale, but it's the cheapest price I've seen for it, and I felt kind of obligated to get it. And then the other one is a 3 for $30, which essentially gives you 3 $15 games for $10 each. It's not a bad deal. It's not the greatest in terms of their like overall value, but it's definitely not the worst. So I haven't looked at these. I don't know what games are in it. I will say though, for my 3 for $30, I actually decided to focus on, because I've been collecting a lot of Xbox One and a lot of Xbox 360. Focus on some platforms that I either just got or will be getting very soon, which are the Wii U and the PS3. So I figured, you know, let's try to bolster those collections. So I'm going to open up this first package right here. So we got, I've not looked, this looks like it's just one game. All right, so we have Twisted Metal on the PS3. I did used to own this game back in the day, and I really couldn't play it because I've had historically really bad luck with PS3s. I've owned, I believe, a grand total of 3 different PS3, 2 or 3, and all of them just crapped out on me. My original 60 gig, it wouldn't play a game like Last of Us. Like, I would get past like the first level and then it would crash. And then I got an 80 gig PS3 and that one just didn't work really either. So the one that I just got is a Slim. It's a newer model. Everything appeared to work. So I'm like, you know what, let's try to get back a couple of the games that I either had already on PS3 and got rid of, or games that I wanted again. So Twisted Metal, I love the Twisted Metal games. This is the newest Twisted Metal. They never made a Twisted Metal game for PS4, which is a shame. I really think they should have, but now I have the PS3 one. All right. This package appears to have 2 games in it. Let's see what we got first. Okay. Now I know people are going to say something about this one, but I really don't care. Mortal Kombat 9 on the PS3. Now I know what you're thinking. You just traded that game in recently. Why did you buy it again? First of all, it's complete, which I do like. Second of all, when I traded it in, I didn't have a PS3. So I didn't think I would be able to play this game anytime soon. But now I have a PS3, so now I can play it. So that's why I picked this up. So looks good. I've never played Mortal Kombat 9. Of course, the biggest benefit of the PS3 version, which is why I got the PS3 version, is you can play as Kratos from God of War exclusively in this version. So 2 more PS3 games to bolster my collection, and the third, this makes me sad. It's not complete, unlike the other one. But the other one's the one that mattered, I guess. So since I just got Gravity Rush Remastered, complete by the way, if you didn't watch the earlier clip, I felt it would be in my best interest to get the sequel. Gravity Rush 2, not complete though, has a generic sleeve. It's not even the right size case. Disc is in there, it's in good shape. So, oddly enough, out of all those games, the PS4 one is the one that was not complete. The 2 PS3 games were complete and looking great, and then the PS4 one was in a generic case. Interesting. But hey, it is what it is. So, I have one more package coming tomorrow, which is the last part of this deal. And then we'll do a recap of all the things I picked up this past week. Alright, so I have gotten my final package from GameStop, and then we're going to go over our recap of everything that I got this past week. So here we go, the final package. I know what the game is. The question is it complete? It appears it is. We have Tokyo Mirage Sessions FE for the Wii U. Oh, it's even got the manual. Cool. So I know this game is out on the Switch, but here's the thing. First of all, that version is like 60 bucks. This was 10. Second of all, I am trying to collect more games for the Wii U because I will soon have a Wii U again once I finish paying it off. And I figure, well, this is probably a good game that I could pick up for fairly cheap that would be fun to play. So I picked it up on the Wii U. It was $10 in the GameStop deal. All right, so now we're gonna go over everything, every little thing that I acquired, all of the values, all of it. Should be a good time. So we're gonna start off with our value pawn pickups from earlier in the week. So we're gonna start off, I have Watch Dogs 2 disc only. I only paid $5 for this, and I'm going on trade values, not their actual value, because I'm planning on flipping these. So it's only worth $5.50 in trade-in, which is not a huge boost, but I'm gonna hold on to it until GameStop has another trade deal. So a number of these games I'm gonna sit on for a little bit just because I figure, well, I'll try to flip them for more later. So Watch Dogs 2 is one of those games. Another one of those games is UFC 3 on the Xbox One. Again, $5. It's worth $5.50 in trade-in, so not a huge boost, but I figure if I wait a little bit, it'll probably be worth more in trade-in. And, you know, maybe I'll try it. I've never played a UFC game before, so might be worth a shot. Next, we have Battlefield 5 on the Xbox One. Now, this is not the one that I got from Value Pawn because I got the limited edition, which I'm keeping because it's in better condition. So this is actually my old copy that I'm now going to flip. It's worth $5.50. I paid $5 for it. So again, not a huge boost, but you know, it's worth the amount of money. Now we got 3 games that are disc only. One of them I already put away in my binder, so I'm not going to pull that out again, but it's Little Big Planet 2 on the PlayStation 3. I only paid $1 for that one. I'm going to keep it. It's worth $9, so pretty solid pickup there. Next we have, and you notice I do have a case for this now. It's because I recycled one of the cases from another game and the cover art. So this is Wolfenstein Youngblood on the PS4. As you see, here's the disc. I only paid $1 for this because this was disc only when I got it, and it is worth $7. So a nice little addition to the collection. I will gladly take it. And then this was the big score of the entire lot, honestly. I have a disc only copy of Rock Band 4 on the Xbox One. Now, Rock Band is kind of an interesting game. First of all, it's pretty, all the Rock Band and Guitar Hero games are kind of spiked right now because I guess people are getting nostalgic for it, which is good. This one has a pretty good amount of value. Honestly, it's not the most. Some of the Guitar Hero games are worth more. And oddly enough, Rock Band 3 on the 360 has a lot of value. This one, I only paid $1 for it, and it is worth $17 in disc-only form. So I'm hoping to flip it on eBay and make a little money back. So I think I'll do okay on that. So we have a pretty nice little stack of games. I think I paid, what, $18 for all of them? So not terrible from the pawn shop. All right, next we're going to go to my GameStop hauls. So of course I have 2 little hauls. One is the really big one, and one is the smaller one. Only the really big one is the one with 2 games. So we'll start off with Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate. Now, one cool thing I didn't know about this, and I might have mentioned it when I unboxed it, this one, it's not DLC codes, it is discs. So all of the content is actually on a disc, which I think is really cool. I actually prefer that over it being a DLC code, just because if for some reason the servers get shut down or you can't access that DLC anymore, you have it in disc form. So I have a hunch years down the road this might become a valuable game just because of the fact that it has all the content on the disc. So I think that's pretty cool. Anyway, it's the Xbox Series X version of Mortal Kombat 11 with all the DLC. I paid $30 for this, and it is worth $32. So not a huge boost, but I did it for a reason. And that reason was this. Gravity Rush Remastered on the PS4. It is complete. It's in pretty good shape. The case is a little rough around the edges. The disc is flawless. Everything is here. This is a very expensive game. Immediately, aside from collector's editions, this is the most expensive game I have now in my entire collection. I paid $42 because of the GameStop discount. And because it is complete, it is worth $144. Yes, you heard that correctly. $144 for this game, and it is mine. And I paid a lot less than that, so not bad to save $100 on a very desired game. I think I am gonna hold on to it at least for a little while. I polled a couple people in some Facebook groups that I'm in, and most of them were like, yeah, you should hold on to that. So I'm at least gonna hold on to it for a little while. I'll probably play it on the channel. So you might see some Gravity Rush Remastered content coming to BigCTV Plays. Anyway, let's get to the smaller Gamestop bundle, which has 4 games. Most of them are for retro consoles, although I did pick up one newer one, and the newer one is the one I'm disappointed in. We have Gravity Rush 2 on the PlayStation 4. It is a generic case. It is not complete. I took this PS4 case from a different game, so that's why it has a PS4 case now. It didn't originally. I paid $20 for this, and it is worth $17. So a little bit of a loss, but I mostly wanted to get it because I had the first one, so I figured, well, I might as well get the second one. So now I have both Gravity Rush games, which I've never played either one. So next we got our PS3 games. We're gonna start off with Twisted Metal on the PS3. I owned this game when it came out. I couldn't play it because my PS3 was garbage. So I'm excited to finally get to play it now that I have a working PS3. I paid $10 for this, and it is worth $15, surprisingly enough. Again, PS3 games are kind of spiked right now, so you might notice if you try to pick up PS3 games, they are a little bit more expensive than, say, a game on the Xbox 360. I don't know why that is. I know some of it was reaction to Sony shutting down the PlayStation Store for PS3, although that's been reversed, so maybe people are still reacting to that. I don't know. But yeah, Twisted Metal, PS3, paid $10, worth $15. Next we have, and again, I know I had this already, but it wasn't complete. And I didn't have a PS3 at the time, and now I do. Mortal Kombat 9 on the PlayStation 3. Of course, this is the version where you can play as Kratos from God of War, which is why I got the PS3 version and not the Xbox 360 version. I paid $10 for this one, and it is worth $13. So that's the nice thing about this bundle. Literally every game I got was worth more than what I paid for it, so pretty happy with that. So Mortal Kombat on the PS3, and I'm glad that I'm bolstering some of these collections that I didn't have a lot of games for. My PS3 collection was pretty slim until recently when I got some of that disc-only lot, and then, you know, some of the stuff I picked up more recently at pawn shops. And then, of course, probably the slimmest collection I have is the Wii U, and now I have 2 Wii U games, Tokyo Mirage Sessions FE on the Wii U. I've heard this game is pretty cool. It's like a crossover between Fire Emblem and Shin Megami Tensei, I believe. I paid $10 for it. It is worth $14 on the Wii U. So, solid. I hope I like it. I think it'd be kind of a fun game to play on the Wii U. So, I mean, obviously I'd like to play the Switch version eventually, but I figured might as well. This is a game that I think is worth getting on the Wii U. So that's the haul. That's all I got. Pretty sizable amount of stuff, and I mean, come on. The fact that I got Gravity Rush Remastered at GameStop online for $40 when it's a $144 game, that's worth celebrating, and pretty impressive score, if I do say so myself. I've had some good scores on this channel, and that's honestly, in terms of a single game score, that is the best one I've had by far. Even better than my Conquer Live and Reloaded, because that game's still worth $50, and I paid $1 for it, but, you know, $100 bonus on that one, so that one's better. Anyway, that's going to do it for this episode of The Bargain Game Hunter. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed this series and want to see more of that, as well as me play other video games, we just started a couple series. As of this recording, by the time you see this, should still be going. For Hitman on the Xbox One, and Fast and Furious Crossroads. That one's fun. It's me and Corey ripping that game a new one. It's a pretty bad game, but we will play it for you to enjoy, and for us to enjoy how terrible it is. So yeah, check those out if you have not done so already, and hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell. That way you know when new videos drop. And that's going to do it. I will see you next time on The Bargain Game Hunter. Bye-bye.